active framing. Let's look at a couple things. Everywhere I looked, this last time I saw the same thing. I saw this right here. There's a mistake. He starts cheating on us here. This, when you guys are hanging out and you're playing, this is what I see. Okay, this is bad. Feet parallel with the floor. We have a series of frames, active frames that we have to use. This is bad, especially with a passing sequence and system that we use, which is the kill, where we start driving our hips down, which takes the foot down flat to the mat and makes it parallel. We eliminate this frame right here. This stop is out of the game. Now I'm just dealing with this frame. So he has a series of frames. You have to understand which ones he has. First set of frames he has, okay, is right here, bottom of the feet. That's a point of contact that he can use to halt any advances I make. The minute that you turn your toes down, right, what happens to that frame? It's out of the game. The only way you want to get that turned down is if it gets driven down to the mat, okay, and now he's defeated the first frame. What's the second set of frames you have? Shins, okay, shins. So you now have this. If I start to turn in and he blasts that shin in there, the knee shield, we call it the knee shield. Really, it's a shin that's forming that frame, okay? You're never going to have a frame really up in here, so your frames systematically, pretty much, they get eliminated. 1, 2. Then it goes to your hands. Then it goes to your forearm, or they say elbow. So when you see this, you have one continuous running frame in there. Once it gets eliminated, you start stepping up in order of importance, and they have to be able to operate independently. What we're not wanting here is to get each part of it eliminated to the point where he gets to my chest. Okay, we don't want that. So you need to keep, even when you're playing active here, you're kind of just grip sparring, this frame needs to stay up and in the game at all times because of active throw bys. Things such as that, okay? That toe turns to the ground, it turns to a knee fold. Once the toe goes down, it's now a knee fold, which is another system of passing that we use. Okay? So keep your frames up and active, as compressed in as you can. Understand the passer's first goal is to get this down and crush your guard in so that now they can start working to pass. So we don't want this. We want to keep them off of this. This is our secondary. Okay? So, for purposes of the drill, keep your frames pulled back. Now, what we're going to work on is we're going to work on upper frames as well. Okay, so here, partner, my frames are active, okay, playing tight here. My partner is going to do a throw by, or he's going to step around my guard. Not necessarily throwing, he's just going to kind of step around and move the legs to the side. What we don't want is this. Can't have this, okay? One of the first frames of retention we're going to have is a twist where our body gets thrown one way and he commits to a completely opposite side. Boom. Okay? I need to be able to get here and frame off of that so I can bring a foot back inside and recompose. I do not want a foot to hit the mat. What I mean by that is this. He does the throw by, boom. I don't want to go here because what happened to I open up. Don't want that. So here, he throws to the side and steps. Boom. I'm framing off the knee, framing off of the hip. Foot comes back inside, and I'm going to recompose. Let's, got it? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. This is a learned technique. It's not going to be something that you just pick up right away. Okay, we're going to cover quarter inversion as a guard retention technique, and then we're gonna talk specifically about protecting your knee line. So, quarter inversions. Understand that there will be an abundance of times where they get past your legs. Because they get past your legs does not mean that they have passed your guard. They have to establish a chest-to-chest connection. The final phase of guard retention is always going to be to go to what position? Who said? Several people said it. Turtle. That's your final phase. Okay? We have all these things we're going to go down to, and then we're going to work on turning inward for turtle and turning outward for turtle, turning away. Okay, that's your final phase. When all is lost, either you're too tired to keep up with them, or they are so far past that you know now that you've lost your guards. You have turtle. That's your last ditch effort. Okay? Quarter inversion is a kind of it's a difficult concept to master, but it's one that you can pick up on pretty quickly. So these throw-bys are dynamic movements where he's double legged right here, and he just starts looking to throw to one side or another. We're going to allow that to happen, and I want to get up on my elbow. Very important. Okay, now this is where one leg does touch the ground, but only because it's already there. Okay, so going back, quarter inversion, I get both legs moved to the side, semi sort of like a leg drag position, maybe. Okay, in this, I've got a post where I can actually move away from him. He's worked his way around to the back. If I stay right here, odds are he's going to lay to his right hip, aggressively shoot that knee up underneath me, and then take me back the opposite direction and do what? Boom. Now my back just got taken. Okay? High level back take. It's going to happen all the time. We can't allow that. We've got to get a movement out of this, and this is a very common sequence that happens a lot. Quarter inversion, or what you call a Granby roll if you're a wrestler, you'll see this. So the minute that your legs get moved off center, meaning I don't have him between my feet anymore. Both my legs are committed to either side of his body. I have to look at doing this, but notice I don't have my arm out here. Okay, this is bad. I don't want my arm way out here. I want to defend with one hand, and I want my elbow up underneath me. So as he throws me to the side, I'm focused on getting my elbow underneath me. So I'm here, playing tight, boom. Notice this elbow comes up underneath me. So now this foot's going to touch, quarter inversion, and kick back down the middle. Okay? I didn't roll up on my neck or my head. Now we do this both directions. Boom. Leg is back down. So as he throws to the side, boom. Here. Here. Whoops. He gets a good one and tries to pin. That's where you get the real good look at it. Throw. Whoops. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.